Hi everyone. In this video, I will be addressing the question from your latest PRWC practice, lesson 3 of your PRWC practice, and this question is pertaining to the one on solar panels. Okay, I believe A part 1 and A part 2 should not be a problem for all of us. Okay, so I will skip A part 1 and A part 2. Rather, I would like to actually talk more about question part B. Okay, considering all the information given, whether our dear Mrs. Lim should go ahead with the installation of the solar panels for her bungalow. Okay, now quite a number of information that we need to digest over here. If you look here on the screen, okay, if she were to install the solar panels, okay, first of all, you need to consider the dimension of one solar panel, and this is the given dimension over here. And you also need to consider the total dimension of her roof area, which is this over here. And if she wants to install the solar panel, it can only be constructed and installed on her rooftop. So please take note of that. So taking that into consideration, okay, suppose I have this as my rooftop, and the dimension of the rooftop is as such 9 meters by 4 meters. Okay, maybe I use a different color to represent my solar panel, and this is one small solar panel block, which is 1 meter by 1.65 meters. So just imagine we are going to input every little slab of this solar panel onto the rooftop. So now comes the question, what is the total number of panels that I can install on the rooftop? Now, quite naturally, quite a number of us may have this suggestion. Why not I just get the total area of rooftop over the total area of one panel. Now, if you were to do that, that means 9 times 4 over 1 times 1.65, and you probably will get 21 point something. Okay, if you do this in your calculator. That also means that you're making another assumption. You are assuming that the solar panels can be cut into smaller pieces. You're assuming that you can further cut each piece of solar panel. Okay, now guys, if you do consider that way, then it is wrong to do that. Okay, please take note, you cannot cut the solar panel. Okay, it comes as one piece and you have to place the entire piece on the rooftop itself. So bearing that in mind, this method here would not work. So what we need to do is this. Okay, I'm gonna place every single solar panel, and just imagine if I have 1, 2, 3, oops, sorry. Okay, if you have really considered the dimension of each solar panel and placing them on the rooftop, this should be something that you would get. Okay, so you notice that given the space of the rooftop, I can actually safely place 5 pieces horizontally and match 4 pieces vertically. Okay, just nice. Then you may ask, what about this remaining space over here? Well, there's nothing much we can do about it, so we will just leave it as it is. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, therefore the total number of panels is just 5 times 4, which gives us 20 pieces. Okay, so comes the consideration, is it worth it or is it not worth it? And how do we go about doing the form of comparison? Now, one important thing that we ought to take note of is the fact that the lifespan of the solar panels is 20 years. So in other words, we can't guarantee what's going to happen after 20 years, you see. So how do we go about doing that? If I'm talking about using the solar panels for 20 years, in the hopes that within these 20 years, with the help of the solar panels, I can save up on um, the cost of electricity charges. So one logical way of comparison would be as such. That means I'm going to consider 20 years of electricity charges with solar panel versus 20 years of electric charges without solar panels. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is this: I'm trying to consider how much am I going to pay for the electricity for 20 years without solar panels as compared to how much I'm going to be spending on electricity for 20 years with the help of solar panels. Okay, so here is the breakdown. Okay, so basically what I've written over here are all the relevant details. The cost of installing 10 panels, okay, in case it's not clear to us, 10 panels is $6,250, and one panel can produce 19 kilowatt hours for per month, and the cost of electricity is 21.39 cents, and the average usage by the family is 1181.3 kWh. Okay, so now let us set off to do the calculation for comparison. If I'm talking about 20 years charges without the panels. Okay, as I've calculated from A part 2, basically the family is paying an average of $270.30 per 37 cents per month, and this is without panels. Okay, so if I'm looking at 20 years, that will be 270.37, and mind you, this is already inclusive of the 7% GST times 12, because that will give me the total amount I pay per year times 20, and that will stretch over 20 years, and the amount here would amount to $64,888.80. So that's the amount that the Lim family will be paying for 20 years if they do not have the panels. Next, let us consider with panels. What are the expenses incurred here? Now, first of all, I'm talking about my installation fee. And the installation fee is as such: 10 panels is 6250, and we have calculated is 20 pieces, which is twice of this amount. So that will be 6250 times 2. And that should give us a total of $12,500. Now, next, we need to calculate the electric charges. But before that, okay, I have one panel that can produce this amount of electricity. Okay, so if I have 20 panels, talking about the solar panels production per month, I'm looking at 19 times 20, and that should give us 380. So in other words, the Lim family still has to use certain amount of electricity provided by the government. They still have to pay for the remaining electricity from the government. So the outstanding amount per month we are looking at 1181.3 minus 380, and that should give us 801.3. In other words, the family is buying this amount of electricity per month. Okay, and therefore the charge, or rather the charges for electricity per month, I am looking at 801.3 multiplied by the rate, the cost of the electricity, and not to forget, this is also subjected to GST. of 7%. And that should give us 183.3959. Notice I use 4 dp because this is not my final answer yet. And therefore for 20 years, okay, 20 years of electric charges, the family is looking at 183.3959 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 20, and that would give us $44,015.016. Okay, but not to forget, this is just for the electric charges. We are also looking at the installation fee, and therefore the total in this case, when you add them up, it should give you $56,515.016. Round off to 2 dp, that should give you 0.02, 56515.02. Then again, not a small sum, but if you were to consider this amount and this amount, you will definitely be able to tell that this is, of course, a smaller amount than 64,000 plus. So comes the decision, should they install the solar panels? Of course, taking over the course of 20 years, they'll definitely be paying lesser. So therefore, Mrs. Lim should install the solar panels. Okay, so I hope you guys have a clear understanding of how to go about tackling this question. Thank you.